Hi everyone, Shendu here. I was actually planning to upload this video earlier on, but I wasn't able to because today is a holiday here in my country, Italy, so I was on vacation today. But I was able to make some very rough infographics for you to possibly help by giving you some information on the treasure map, on the bosses that you'll encounter on it. So let's take a look at them. I hope it helps a little bit. First of all, we have Smoothie and Oven. Smoothie and Oven is the intrusion boss for this map. As you may know, the intrusion boss will only appear if you take the bird bonus at the start of the map, which I suggest to always do because it's really helpful for the points. At stage 2 of this boss, a mini boss will appear. It's a random mini boss, either one of Smoothie or Oven will appear. If Smoothie appears, she will be a Psy unit, as you can see by this graphic, and she will apply 4 turns of damage threshold and 4 turns of attack up. An interesting thing is that if you poison her as an interrupt, she will eliminate the attack up buff, which is something that is really helpful, so you may want to bring a poisoner in your team to eliminate this buff, and then you can stall her, or you can bring a unit that will get rid of the threshold. If you want to take a look at my teams, here we have this nice website that gives a lot of information about treasure maps, both on global and Japanese servers, that was made by a Reddit user named ZL1814. I'll add the address in the description of the video. I highly suggest to check it and to use it to build your teams because it's really nice and easy to use and really helpful. My teams are just an example here. You can build your own, you don't have to stick with what I chose. If you don't have some units, it doesn't matter, you can build your own teams, you can make it completely free to play, it's up to you. I'll give you just general hints on what you may bring. These are not set in stone. I may even change them before the map or during it, so these are just my 2 cents on team building for this map. For Smoothie and Oven, I plan to use the whole Germa 66 V2 batch as much as possible. At higher navigation levels, I think I won't be able to use it anymore because of an STD buff that the boss on stage 3 will put on you. I'll show it to you later on. So I also planned this team for higher navigation levels. I hope it's enough to take care of Smoothie Oven. I may change it, again this is not fixed. I suggested to bring a unit that will get rid of damage threshold or a delayer if you want. You can get rid of that with Reiju, with int Reiju from the Germa 66 V2 batch, and she will also apply poison, so that gets rid of her other buff as well, so that you can get rid of Smoothie if she appears. If Oven appears as the mini boss on stage 2 instead, he will be a dex unit and he will apply on himself 3 turns of defense up and also an immunity to defense down effects, which is really annoying because there's only one unit that gets rid of this immunity, and it's the Germa 66 version 2 Ichiji. Of course, since I have the whole batch, I'll bring the unit with me. If you don't have Ichiji V2, I highly suggest to bring with you a delayer or a damage reducer so that you can stall for 4 turns. On stage 3 you will face Smoothie and Oven. They will change immediately their type to strength, and will apply a chain lock for 2 turns. Will apply an immunity to debuffs, and will change all of your orbs either to empty spaces or bombs, and will apply special bind on everyone but the captains. As you can see, if their HP fall under 50% and especially under 20%, they will apply very annoying debuffs. So you may either want to kill the boss on the first stage, or at least to reduce their HP a little bit without falling under 50%, and then kill them the following turn. Also very annoying if you use an attack boosting special. They will clear all the buffs you put on yourself, and will place on you a debuff that will bring down your attack for 99 turns. As I previously said, I plan to use the Germa 66 V2 batch for as much as possible. Unfortunately, it doesn't get rid of the chain lock. So at higher navigation level I plan to put in Cracker, because Cracker will get rid of the chain lock, and it will also make all of your orbs beneficial for your team, which is a nice replacement for Niji's special. Unfortunately, the problem with the Cracker is that unlike the Germa 66 V2 unit, it doesn't have immunity as a sailor ability to the special bind. So I brought in the other Reiju, the Swimsuit Reiju, that will get rid of the debuff on all of your team. It's a very nice unit. I hope you farm it, because it will be really helpful with this treasure map. I also plan to use Ambush Lin Lin, because her special will boost the attack for 3 turns. So this will carry on from stage 2 to stage 3, and will get around the nasty interrupt. But if this doesn't work, if the damage is not enough, I'm probably switching her for Snakeman. You need to bring with you units that will boost your attack as much as possible without triggering the interrupt. So I suggest orb boosters or affinity boosters, or both, chain boosters, stuff like that. The second boss we'll be looking at is Bavarois. Bavarois is a Psy unit, as you can see. He will be accompanied by 3 mobs with the tap timing barriers. And preemptively he will change all of your right column slots to empty. He will change the left column orbs to non-matching orbs, and will put debuff on you of attack down for 2 turns. Every 2 turns he will summon more mobs, so you may want to get rid of him as soon as possible. In my team I try to put as many int units as possible, as you can see. It could be helpful to put in a unit to get rid of the attack down debuff. For example, Colosseum Neptune is really helpful, because not only he gets rid of the debuff but will boost your orbs as well. A nice unit could be Treasure Map Whitebird, because his special will get around the tap timing barriers, so you can get easily get rid of the mobs with him. And you definitely need to put in some units to match your orbs, to change your orbs to matching ones, or to at least to randomize them. I decided to use Cracker. Cracker will change all of your orbs to Dex orbs and will make them beneficial for all characters in your team. Mondor is a strength boss. He will preemptively rewind the specials on your captains and the mid left character, and will lock the orbs on both captains for 5 turns and will change all of your orbs to block orbs. And when he dies, he will attack you one last time with a weak attack, only 75% of his regular attack. Against Mondor, it may be useful to use a unit that can reduce your special cooldown, since he rewinds your specials. I'm using Kid here, Colosseum Kid. You can use also Raid Kizaru, for example. And you may want to bring a unit in that will match your orbs. You can use, for example, Shanks or some other unit. And at higher levels, it may be helpful to bring in some unit that will reduce the damage. For example, Colosseum Niwatori here. Because, as I said, Mondor will attack you on death. Galette is a int boss. She will have stage 6 with a mini boss, Brûlé. Brûlé will preemptively despair both of your captains for 8 turns, which is a very annoying, very annoying debuff. And will apply special bind as well on both of your captains for 10 turns. So it's really annoying and hard to get rid of. And in stage 7 you will have to face Galette herself. She will preemptively make your type slots badly matching for 2 turns. And will limit for your specials to 2 special per turn for 9 consecutive turns. You also may not want to bring her HP under 50%, because then she will apply 3 turns of paralysis on your team. Against Galette I'm using a Psy team. I plan to switch Sanji and Zoro as a captain with Smoothie and Oven as soon as I farm them, because the bonus for the points is higher. I highly suggest, if you can, to bring in a unit that can give you non-type orbs. For example, Shirahoshi, if you have her, is ideal. And definitely it's mandatory to bring in someone that gets rid of the despair on your captains. I'm using Ambush Lilin here. She can get rid of 6 turns of despair, so she's really useful against Galette. And since you can only use 2 special per turns, you may want to use units that give you several different buffs with a single special. For example, if you are not using Lin for getting rid of despair, but another unit, you can use Big Mom. Big Mom is Treasure Map. Big Mom is really good because she gives you lots of boosts on several different things. She will boost your orbs, she will boost your attack, she will boost type damage. Since I'm using Ambush Lin, I can kinda get around the 2 specials per turn limit, because if you use a special, you will get an attack boost that lasts for 3 turns. So this will carry on further stage as well. And I will use Fujitora to boost the orbs as well on top of that. Perospero is a dex boss. He is kinda easy. Only thing you have to worry about is a barrier, 15 hit barrier he puts on himself. You have to be careful not to bring his health under 50% or 20%, because he will then apply annoying debuffs. But other than that, is kinda easy to get rid of. All you have to do against Perospero is to bring your favorite strength unit and do as much damage as possible. So any special that will boost your attack is helpful. I highly suggest, if you only have free-to-play units, to use Ace as a captain, because he gives you a nice boost to your attack, and his special will also boost your attack as well. So the only thing you have to be careful about is that if you use him as a captain, you will have to bring quick and Psy units as well, at least one quick and one Psy unit in your team. Big Mom is the boss for this map. She will have a stage 6 with a mini boss. Mini boss is Big Mom herself. She is a strength unit and will preemptively change all of your orbs into block orbs. You may want to be careful not to bring her HP under 50%, because then she will apply a nasty chain multiplier reduction on your turn for 4 turns. You may want to bring in your team someone who changes orbs, of course, for this mini boss. Stage 7 is the final boss of the treasure map. You will have to face 2 units at the same time, Big Mom and Katakuri, both are strength units. They will preemptively prevent any delay and any poison. Will put on a rainbow shield, which is a damage reduction for 3 turns. Will change all of your orbs into either randomly G orbs. G orbs will boost your attack for 1.5 per, and or will change your orbs to block orbs, and they will bind your bottom row for 6 turns. If you bring down Big Mom's HP under 50%, she will enrage. Both characters will enrage, so you may want to avoid that. If you kill one of the 2 units, the other one will apply some very annoying debuffs, so you may want to try and kill them both at the same time. Especially Katakuri, if you leave him alone, will be very hard to deal with, because he will apply 2 turns of damage immunity on top of recovering all of his health, and limit your special to 1 per turn. Against Big Mama, I simply plan to use the whole Germa 66 V2 batch, because I think they will get rid of most of the debuffs Big Mom applies. What you want to put in your team is definitely someone who can change your orbs, because it will be helpful both for stage 5 and stage 6. Maybe you may even use 2 different units that can change your orbs in your team. You definitely need someone to get rid of the damage reduction, and you should also put someone in your team to get rid of the 6 turns of bind that the boss will apply on your bottom row. Other than that, you will bring any unit that may boost your attack. That's it. I hope this video was of some help for you to build your own teams. Please leave a comment if you have any question. I'd be happy to answer it if I can. And leave a comment as well if you have any suggestion. As I said, I leave in the description the links for some useful tools to help you build your own teams. And please have fun, farm Smoothie Oven, because it's a very useful unit. It's an orb booster. It's a multiple turn orb booster, so it's very useful unit. And have fun, and make as many points as possible. I will post in the next videos my pools for the reward tickets as soon as I get them. Have fun and see you in the next video.